Hello and good morning and welcome back to another TCP News Break. It's your girl, Lady L, and I am super excited to have all this Black girl magic and holistic wellness going on the page today. Thank you for joining us, the Black women creators of Conscious Reflections. You guys do holistic wellness and women's empowerment, so I am so excited to introduce you guys to our audience. Let's go ahead and introduce both of the owners and founders of Conscious Reflections. Ladies, can you introduce yourselves to our audience, please?
Yeah, Shanice, go first.
Sure. Okay. My name is Shanice Potter. I am the owner and CEO of Queen's Reflection Life and Empowerment Coaching. I'm originally from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I now reside in Columbus, Ohio. I have been a life coach for about a little over a year and a half now, and I kind of started my business from there. I'm based primarily in Columbus, Ohio, but the goal is to be pretty mobile going forward. What inspired me to start my business is it's just really a simple answer. I love to help people. I always seem to be put in situations where I may be in a storm in my own life, but I've always encountered other people who are going through bigger storms, and I've been able to help them through that. And helping people is something that I love to do. So I've made a profession out of it. So that's where I am with my
Awesome. Thank you for that. And welcome to the News Break, Shanice. All right. And we have your partner here. Can you introduce yourself to our audience?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Noni Greer. I am the CEO and executive chef of NoniKnows LLC. I specialize in conscious eating and holistic nutrition, holistic living and lifestyles, transitions into healthier living, all of those things. So it just made sense for us to come together with what we do separately and create something on a collective level, so that we can bring the best of both worlds together, because I give people the tools to implement in their lives, and then then Shanice helps them put a structure together and gives them goals and helps them accomplish those things. So and for the future, we are probably looking at staying within the COVID standards, because we don't know how long this is going to last. So we're probably going to be being more on the mobile side and travel with it. That's our intention for what we do. We would like to have personal experiences with our clients and go to them if possible. And so, yeah.
Wow, awesome. I think that that's really important, and I love that you ladies were able to come together. So for both of you guys coming from different fields and backgrounds, Shanice, with you being a life coach and helping people kind of, goal set and be accountable and reach their goals, how do you think that helps to build wholeness for your clients?
You can't understand where you're going if you don't know where you are. And my philosophy is always don't do anything without a plan, and don't just make plans to make plans. You got to set goals and have something to hold yourself accountable. So me helping my clients set goals for themselves, one, helps them realize what it is that they want to do. And it gives me an opportunity to create that pathway for them so that they can get where they're trying to be.
Awesome. And Noni, with you and your conscious eating and nutrition, so I definitely think it's important for us to eat based on our cultural identities and our cultural heritage. If you go to, depending on where you're from, you got to think about the land, you got to think about what kind of plants and herbs, what's available in that area, and then kind of work your diet around that so that you can eat, again, based on your cultural heritage, which I think is super important. So for Noni, for you, I want to know, how does eating really impact the growth process? Mentally, emotionally, how does food play a role?
Okay, so food is just one aspect of the holistic lifestyle. holistic living incorporates mind, body, and soul. So what you're intaking on all levels is important. Food definitely does fuel and feed your body. Um, so it's of major importance that you take it seriously and you're conscious about what you're putting in your body. Um, for me personally, my personal experience, food saved my life. Being conscious about food saved my life. I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, hypothyroidism, several different autoimmune disorders that I dealt with for a few years. And it was with the knowledge of what was going on in my body. Disease starts in the mind. So you got to get to the root of the cause, which for me, it was stress and anxiety. And then that caused, it to manifest into disease in my body, which, you call it disease. Um, and so when I changed my diet, I did a whole juice detox fast for 30 days, cleansed my whole self, rebooted my system, and the doctors can't find any of those things anymore. So that's kind of what led me into what I do now. I just like to help other people learn that you can do more than just cope with illness. Like that's kind of like a thing, like we're just coping with our symptoms and our illnesses, but you don't have to do that. You can thrive, you can really live a life worth living. You don't have to just deal with all this stuff. Take this pill, take that pill. Like if you do it holistically and you get to the root of your issues and you really deal with it on multiple levels including food, then like I don't have any of those things anymore. So I don't take any medicine. I don't deal with any of the symptoms. So it's just up to you about how much your health is important.
Yeah, and I think that's phenomenal. As you were talking and you mentioned disease, like even the word in itself is dis-ease. Like,
Exactly.
like you're not in balance anymore. Something got you off balance. And I think that society would have us believe that there's no way to return to that balance.
Yeah,
Right?
they do.
Not without exposing us to all different kinds of medical treatment, medicines, and testing and things of that sort.
It's a business.
It is.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
right. And so I think that it's important for us, and I think that it sounds like you guys kind of cover this in your practice, but like food as a sort of medicine.
Yeah. Yep. So that's what I specialize in. And then also when I first came into it, like just doing it for myself, I realized like there was not a lot of food for us that was plant-based, like very like nasty, unseasoned, so I'm like, well, my community is never going to gravitate towards this type of lifestyle if the food like, is punishment. So that's kind of where my focus was, putting the flavor into the plant-based items and making it like taste like, the seasonings that we're used to, and with the different textures and the flavors. So that's kind of been my personal goal and my mission, to show us that like we can have a healthier, more plant-based lifestyle and enjoy it. It doesn't have to be rigid, strict in a box. It can, it can be very fun at times too, just coming up with different recipes. And so that's just, my purpose, as well as the mental mindfulness, meditation, energy work, chakra points, like all of it's connected. So it's important to know how it works.
Yeah, and that takes us right on into more conversation points that I kind of want to be able to talk about with you ladies. What kind of tools are you guys using to help people achieve wholeness? So like I went to your website. I know you guys have like some books and like journals where people can like kind of use and help them, work through the process if they're going to go at it like alone. Do you also help with like recipes or anything like that? Or crystals? I know you mentioned chakras and everything like that. Are any of these or some of these tools like implemented in your practice for your clients?
Yeah, so the answer is both. So from my approach, I approach them mentally. So depending on where the person is in their life at that moment and what exactly they're dealing with determines how I approach their action plan and their goals and things that they want to do for themselves. On Nani's side, I'll let her explain what she's going to do, but from a mental standpoint, like there are many different things that I use in attack. One of my go-tos is always going to be journaling. Your journal is like a best friend that never tells all your secrets and doesn't run their mouth. So I'm big on mental health. So there needs to be a healthy way to be able to get out your feelings and your emotions without, fear of being judged or feeling guilty about however you feel, and just finding some sort of outlet to get it out and deal with it, however that works for you. And journaling is always going to be my first go-to. And after that, depending on, like I said, where my client is in their own process determines where we go from there next, because everybody's different. Everybody deals with their emotions differently, and some people really don't have that guidance necessarily. So sometimes we have to try several different things before we get to the one thing that works. So that's how I approach my clients from a mental health standpoint.
Awesome. Noni?
Yeah, so I have a couple of different approaches that are in line with that as well. So I'm also a Reiki master, so I use energy work to get the body in alignment. So we offer packages that include Reiki sessions. We offer, I do meal preps, I do catering services, cooking lessons, personal shopping. If you need to know what to get from the store, we can do all of that. We have collaborative packages where we'll come to your home and we'll do all of these different services collectively, give you those skills and those tools that you need to lead a more holistic lifestyle. We're getting ready to start up live sessions on the website. So we have a lot of things in store. February 13th, we're going to be launching one of our first events, which is intentional dating series, part of an intentional dating series to give people the tools to learn how to communicate and ask those questions that need to be asked up front. And that's more of Shanice's expertise on that end to pull those questions out of people to get to the nitty gritty. And then I will be helping with astrologically compatibility and matching them energy wise and, just the basic level astrology. And then just to have awareness of that and go from there.
Oh man, that is so exciting. Oh, I'm excited. So with all of that information, I do have some more. Look, y'all about to have me all over the place, right? So just staying on point and moving forward. With people getting in contact with you, and being able to kind of like follow up with you and stay in contact. Can you share any kind of like Facebook groups that you may have, or the information about your website, or what they'll be able to do with the website?
I'm gonna let her.
Sure. So you guys can always go to the website, www.consciousreflection.com. You can find us on Facebook as well, Conscious Reflections with an S. For our Facebook group, and on Instagram, you can find us at conscious_reflections21 on Instagram. And you can find both of our contact information. You guys can go directly to the website. You can book your services. You can ask questions. You can, our email is on the website, and feel free to reach out and contact however you're comfortable. And we'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Awesome. Now with you guys, I know we talked about this a little bit earlier, that you guys are actually based out of Columbus, Ohio. So how has your work been perceived by the community out there?
I'll let you answer that, Nani.
Okay. Well, we actually just launched Monday. So yeah.
Oh, happy New Year, right? Business launch for the new year.
Right? Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, we prepped all, last year, talked about this collaboration, and got things together, and literally just launched Monday. We're gonna have our first event February 13th. So, we're building. We're building.
I'm super excited about it.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, since this is the beginning of the new year, as we wrap up, tell me one goal that you guys have for your business this year.
Expansion, growth,
Yeah.
prosperity. I can go on and on and on, and all great things are going to happen. We speak nothing but great things. So
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And
I
of
hope-
course, making an impact on the community and
Absolutely.
sharing the knowledge that we've acquired together and separately. So.
All right. Awesome. Do you guys have an Instagram handle for our audience to follow you?
Yes, conscious_reflections 21.
Guys, thank you for joining us. Hey, audience, stay tuned for more TCP in the morning.